Our next performer, ladies and gentlemen, this is very, very cool. He's a terrific comic. In fact, he was in like the movie School Ties, was it?
Yep.
I always used to screw up the name. I got it right. He was in the movie School Ties. He was a terrific actor and a great stand-up comic and a great sketch performer. Started out here literally the first year that we were doing comic, doing sketch and such. And we had all sorts of network interested in it and everything. That's all nice stuff to be proud of. What I'm most proud of him is, in the Army, he served 2 years, making sure that I could make fun of his commander-in-chief. That's great. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Benari Poulten.
I do have to credit Rick. I did start out here, and I do give Rick his props. I will say that where I am today is mostly because of Rick. Because when I was doing comedy here, and I saw what the future held, looking at Rick, I joined the Army. Because given the choice between Rick ending in the desert and getting shot at, so yeah, clearly I make the best decisions in life. Because in college I majored in theater and English, so I double majored in unemployment. Youngsters laugh now. But it is the 10-year anniversary show here at the studio, and I did want to do something a little bit special. I got dressed up for it. I got all nice and dressed up. And so I just wanted to share a little. It's given me so much. I wanted to give a little something back. So if you will, I'd like to now present my one-man show, An Evening with Rick Jenkins, 5 minutes. Great, thank you for coming out. We have a great show for you tonight. I think I'm the only comic to ever be heckled with laughter. This is great. We're off to a good start. We have a great show for you. Oh, this is a good one. I had a birthday. I got a wine rack. Very adult. Says I have alcohol in the house. Ain't even drinking it. For my birthday, I got Viagra. Getting to that age, one feels pretty good, but you get 2 or 3 of that little hole, it hurts. Oh, here's another one. Ghost on the highway, haunted, there's a burial ground on the highway, 93. I just love the idea. Boo. Get out while you can. Because it's a ghost. Fuck you, that's very funny. You're looking at me like I'm about to put my tray down your lunch table in high school. Like, don't make eye contact or he's here all year. When we started this club, there was just a handful of us, and I'd actually like to share with you all. I tell some stories sometimes, and I'd actually like to share a story. This is a true story. I'd like to share a true story that actually happened. And this is, familiar with this? A man walks into a talent agency. He says, "Have I got an act for you?" It's a family act. He got in here. He brings in his wife, his daughter, his son, and the family dog. Yip, 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 yip. The dog, that's the dog. He says, "All right. First, my wife is going to stand over there, but not just on anything. She's going to balance on her head." So she goes over to the side of the wall. She flips over, bounces on her head. He goes to the other side of the room. He unzips his fly, pulls out a massive, gigantically large cock, proceeds to pee in such an arc that it cascades over the children who are running around it like it's a fountain, right into her mouth. She starts gurgling the national anthem. The dog produces a small American flag from its mouth. Very patriotic. Just then, a group of monkeys dressed as Stalin come in. They start jerking off on the little girl. Their bukkake happen. I kind of like it. So, the son's hand is up the father's ass. The wife flips over. She opens up her shirt, revealing perfect breasts with a clown face on it and a peanut butter arrow pointing downward. She rips off her pants, revealing a perfectly shaved cooch. The dog goes muff diving. It's getting in there. It's really getting everything out. Now, every so often, the daughter is yelling out, "Who's the boss?" The son says, "Tony Dance," and donkey punches her. It's a family act. Now, here's where it gets interesting. The dog starts shitting everywhere. The girl is puking. She reveals perfectly shaved 8-year-old pubes, glistening ever so slightly like a moist Malaysia in the moon. The father takes his hand, moves the dog aside, shoves his hand up the wife's cum trap, spins her around like a dreidel, balances the little girl on his penis, spins her around. She's going like this. The daughter's going like this. The son's up the father's ass. The dog is yipping around. He's on the mother's face. Roar, roar, roar. Everyone's going. They climax in a perfect crescendo of jizz and shit and vomit everywhere. It cascades over, covering everything in a perfect specimen of body fluid. And the producer looks at them. He says, "What do you call this act?" The man says, "The Aristocrats." The producer looks at the man and says, "I feel you could strive for more." Anyway, you guys have been fantastic. Bring you back your house. God
The delivery I liked.